Hey yo, what's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy LaRon, female rapper Leeds. I am back with another video. Look, you already know how this shit go. If you're new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure that you like this video. Hit the bell notification. Hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live. You know what I'm saying? So look, I had another live schedule, but I'm gonna go live with that in maybe like an hour or so. But I wanted to come and talk about this Azealia Banks dragging Beyonce. Like, what is going on with her? I think that, yo, fam, let me tell you something. Honestly, it's some delusion that's going on with a lot of people. Like, I don't know why Azealia Banks think that she's responsible for starting up dance music or whatever the case may be. And sis, just because you did dance back in the early, like what, 2012, 20, whatever, you was trying to do, you was doing C-punk music, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you did it and it didn't take you to where it wanted to be. See, the thing is with Azealia Banks is that you do that dance music and it's only working for you for small venues, for your little gate, for following. Beyonce, let me make this clear, right? Azealia Banks, she has the crumbs of the LGBT community. Beyonce not only just has women and men, LGBT, straight, all of that, she got all types of fans. She will never need your crumbs. You did not originate. And let me just furthermore say this, because I think people get confused and they try to gaslight people. If you were born in the 90s, that means that you were born in the 90s. If you was born in the 80s, you were raised in the 90s. That means that we was running that shit when it was coming upon. So it's just two different eras. 80s babies and 90s babies are not the same. We was raised in the 90s. We grew up in it. We grew up. We was born in the 80s. We grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Azealia is trying to she's trying to take control or take hold of a sound because she know that the gay people are going to support her. She knows that it'll be able to fill up her little 500 venue performances and shit like that. Fuck 'Em All Night came out and it was good for what it was, but it's not a worldwide track, Azealia Banks. You did not create bands. And you know what's so crazy? I blame people like Saucy Santana who hyped her ass up. Because people like him, he's a young one too. A 90s baby, right? And I understand it's still that era, but you didn't grow up to that music. You kind of was growing up in the 2000s. Let's keep it a stack. You were growing up in the 2000s, all right? You might have been born in the 90s, but you were not raised in the fucking 90s. You wasn't. You really don't even have no memory of the music like that. And you probably just know the songs based off them being played around your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like Beyonce being an artist, you got to think about it from her time span and of dropping albums and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's all types of music that she wanted to experiment with and music that she wanted to do. Doesn't matter because it's 20 years later and she's on her 7th era with her 7th album that she wants to do dance music. You did not create dance music. You didn't create it. Like, that should be pissing me off. Like, let's bring up Azealia Banks' page right now. Because it's like people like Saucy Santana, he's gassing her and he's making her because it's the delusion. And especially Madonna brung him out. Saucy Santana brought him out on stage and shit. Was it last night or whatever to do that Material Girl shit? So it's like he's probably gassed. He probably figured like, oh, what I did don't matter because Madonna brung me out. Okay, that shit, that little time is going to fade away from now. It's going to fade away. You understand that, right? You understand, like, Nicki came out with Madonna at the Super Bowl. It's a high that gets, it's really like, it's short-lived, especially from the magnitude that Saucy Santana did. You came out at a show, homie. It went got a couple of hits on the internet. That's it. But the bulk of it it's just like these uninformed people in the music industry. It's like Azealia Banks. It's like, I want to bring this up to you and just so you can hear what she said. Let me go to Instagram real quick and bring this up. I can't believe this girl, and she's only doing it because people are making her feel as though that she has some sort of relevancy. Matter of fact, before we get into that, let me play this song real quick. I always play somebody else's song. Let me play my shit. No, I ain't gonna do that because I'm selfless. Let's do it.
I go dumb on a dick, go stupid, throwing it back, I'm making him lose it, beating a pussy, abuse it, he on a mission, he looking for you, but I told him I could get attacked, pulling my hair while I'm throwing it back, punching the back, you know I don't lack, stroking the dick when I'm licking the sack, no nasty bitch, flood my neck, romance the bitch, you want a wife, you want a pipe, I'ma need all my beans and shit, like nigga like what? Bad little bitch and I'm keeping it tough, been and busting as you eating or what? No, I like it with the thumb and the no, I like it with the thumb and the what? And you know I'm a freak, denying the dick, you know I'm a chief. That little bitch who wants smoke, you know I'm a chief. Keep my foot, bitch's neck, you know I'm a geek. Right. I need the bread, I need the cheese, I need the green light. Yeah, I need the love, I need the bread, I need.
Let's address this. Let's get the comment off the wall because I want to let's address this. I want to say this first, and then I'm gonna highlight this comment. It's not about who did it. It's like, okay, I can understand and respect an opinion. You said I think Azealia Banks did it better. I think Beyonce still did it good, and I still think it's gonna reach larger. You need to be happy that Beyonce is bringing that fucking buzz to dance to house music or whatever, so that when the next time you drop or release that, people will maybe listen to your shit more because Beyonce got more streams on her motherfucking song than she got Fuck 'Em All Night Out in months. Let's keep it real. Stop this shit. You just mad because you can't get nowhere with it. That's what it is. So let me see. But I think Azealia Banks did it better. I think her reputation online overshadowed her career. I think she would have done better. Listen, it is what it is. We can't take it back. We seen her pop up on stage, and this is the thing. I hate going here with Azealia Banks, but it's just like, you know what? I have to be honest with you, and it don't matter because there's other people who listen to her regularly. But even though I came on this same platform, and I apologize because I went in on her ass because just the way that she was hating on Nicki before, talking mad shit to her, I was like, why don't you do that shit to Remy Ma? See, Remy got on live on Instagram and said, I bet you that bitch won't mention my name no more. I guarantee you she won't, because Remy don't play that shit. She got connects to the streets. If Nicki did that to her, it's worth more to go after Nicki and be like, oh, she's threatening me with goons. She ain't gonna do that with Remy, because Remy will listen. What you got to show at Urban? Let me tell you the type of person Remy Ma is. Oh, Azealia, you got a show at Urban Plaza? When? July 8th? Okay, cool. We there. She's that type of chick. She's going to push it. You can't talk shit on her name and be in that city and think you're going to get away with it. Nicki being so big and Beyonce being so big, Azealia be feeling delusional like, oh, these girls, I can bully them. She feels like she could bully Kanye because any response back that she gets from them is going to make her, it's going to exemplify her. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't like that she played with them like that, because you know Nicki could push a button and get her yapped. You know that she could. I have to be honest with you, fairly. I had to think about that the other day, because sitting up here and I'm just like, you know, I love Azealia Banks music. I do, but I don't even really listen to her music no more. I used to catch my waves where I'd be like, Azealia. But it's like so much just done happened. I'm not saying I'm never going to listen to it, but I do believe that when things happen in the media, it does impact you, especially when a person, especially when she's trying to dick ride and then she's all like on stage allegedly looking like she's on drug at the Pride, talking about, oh, the smoke in this. No, you look like you was on a substance. You look like you going through mad shit, and you have the nerve to come up here and try to drag these black queens. Are you crazy? This is the same type of energy that provokes and gives a person like Cardi the permission to make her think that her untalented Latina ass could disrespect Nicki. Yes, I know I got Beyonce in the title, and I know a lot of you fans is in here from different backgrounds. I don't fuck with Cardi. Don't get it fucked up. You could start dropping out in the numbers right now. I mean, I fuck with her. No, we don't. We don't fuck with Cardi B on this channel. Don't get it fucked up. Don't. I know Beyonce in the title, and you might get jaded. Yeah, drop off. This ain't a Cardi B channel at all. We don't got no love for talentless ass non-black trying to start issues and act like you cocky and talented and all of that. We don't have this is not a space over here for her. Sorry. It ain't. Clock out right now. It's not. Let me bring up Instagram real quick. Oh, I gotta go into my other account. Let me see. Yeah, because Azalea's fuck. Oh, let me see something real quick. I gotta hold on. Give me a second. These niggas bugging. So yeah, that's my thing with Azealia Banks talking about Beyonce's trying to erase you. She ain't trying to fucking erase you. You served your purpose with your music for what you did. Like, you served your purpose for what you did in your music, and it got to where it did. You dropped your song, it did what it did, and it's on to the next now. It's on to the next. It's over. You know what I'm saying? You damaged so many of your relationships. It's over, Azealia. Only thing that you're going to be able to do is to come out and perform every Pride, do your little 500 venue capacity. And, you know, I'm pretty sure that only brings in a certain amount of income every year. So that's why you get people that's online and they mad and they bitter. You understand what I'm saying? So hold on. Let's bring this up real quick. Azealia Banks. I can't believe her. Like it's crazy to me. And it's like I honestly feel like what she's doing, and you know what's so crazy, guys? It's so pussy because I know for a fact. I know you might think this is going too far. Imagine how she was talking to Cardi, like scary. I'm like 130 pounds. I think Beyonce will, especially. But let's think about Beyonce. She's a mother for one. She's a hell of a performer. You know what I'm saying? I believe that for her to be that way, she has to have a crazy endurance. I think Beyonce would beat the shit out of Azealia Banks. I think Nicki would beat her ass too. And I feel like she comes off hard to the soft internet crowd because it makes it look like she's popping shit about them. I know that they could get her done. I know that they could. That's the type of stuff that make me not like Azealia Banks. Real talk, because it's just like, why do you do these against these black women? And then it's just like when Cardi, you making every excuse to try to even though you picked her down, you broke her down to the motherfucking fraction. But then when it comes to her, you want to show love and then you want to pick Beyonce apart. You did not create house music, Azealia Banks. And even though you did it, you only, to be honest, you are an indie artist, right? And that means you get indie artist crowd. You mad that Beyonce gonna be attracting masses with this shit. Don't matter what you did. It don't matter. What you need to be trying to do is to come out with another house song, because you know that she's going to do that. Like, oh, you know, and your house is tired and your songs. No, Beyonce's been able to do this shit for fucking 7 albums. Ain't nothing tired about her. Ain't nothing tired about somebody who sells out a tour every time it come out. Ain't nothing tired about it. She could come out and fucking be quiet on the stage. Beyonce the type to get on the stage and say, y'all niggas ain't loud enough for me. The same shit that Chloe tried to do, and that shit just wasn't smooth enough. It wasn't smooth enough. Beyonce like, y'all ain't stanky enough for me. Y'all ain't loud enough. Get louder. Azealia, stop fucking playing these games with these black women of excellence because you ain't in their fucking league. Stop it. Stop. That shit is not sexy. That shit is whack. And she's just mad because Fuck 'Em All Night didn't blow up. That's what she's mad about. And another thing about it is that Karma, you copied Foxy Brown's album cover after you disrespected her, and she also said she was going to put hands on you too, and you apologized. You remember when Foxy said that? Yeah, I know that she got at that ass because even when I was DMing her around that time, she said, where's this bitch at? I'm in New York right now. I will murk this bitch. That was her words. And the next thing I knew, you was in your stories apologizing. You was kissing her ass and tried to make Nicki look bad when she collaborated with her, said, oh, Foxy's was the best line on the song when she said Valentino bling thong. That wasn't even a fucking metaphor. You just wanted to hate on Nicki so fucking bad. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be careful with the jealous type and the shit that they say and the shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? Azealia went and lasted around the people who I know like that. Nah, because she's like, to be honest with you, she got her little fame and shit from what she got, but she's like a corny New York chick. Yeah, she might have some bops and some songs that I like, but that doesn't mean she's not a regular person and we can't discuss this shit. We talk about Cardi, right? Like, I hope through all that shit, when people seen all of that shit, she talked about Cardi and then how she tried to come back, and then now you dissing Beyonce in the news. Hold on. She's trying to erase you. Ain't nobody trying to erase you. Already erased. You already erased, Azealia. Hold on. Let's read this because I'm rolling my blunt up at the same time. Shit, my damn weed is falling out the other end. Hold on a second. Let me pause this real quick because I don't want to get excited. Azealia lacks humility. Yeah, she do. And she can't sell no motherfucking records. I understand the new thing, like, you know, even yesterday I tried to be positive about it. I understand she's selling her digital copies through her website. It's better to sell a copy through your website for $1 because you get all of the money and you ain't getting point whatever the percentage, right? People got to be buying that shit first. Ain't nobody buying that shit. Azealia be arguing, and you know, before I understand what it's like to be in business because people, like, you know, a person could place an order with you today and they'll be on your ass tomorrow about it. So I understand, but nah. Azealia Banks got people in her comments talking about, I placed the order with you last September and you still have not shipped my order out yet. Worry about those people. You online, every time there's a Beyonce drop, there's a Nicki Minaj picture or a drop. Every time that there's something new out, you feel like you are so, like, your opinion is so valuable. Like, you just have to say something like, oh, Nicki don't need to do shit. She don't need to take no advice from you. She sold more records than you for 2, 3, 4, 5 lifetimes. You could live another lifetime and won't catch up to that woman. You could. You won't. So it's like, be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, be humble and exist in the little venues that you do and be happy that you still able to do that shit. You playing Central Park, right? Be happy for that shit. Be happy. I wonder who's on that lineup for that, because I'm pretty sure it's some major indie shit. Ain't nobody major gonna collaborate with Azealia Banks. They not, because they not gonna ruin their brand. They're not going to do it. One thing that it was only one thing, because I was like, fuck Julia Fox too. But when she was talking that shit about Azealia Banks, she was like, you know that she was like, you're just mad because you know you're over and nobody really wants to fuck with you or be associated. That's the only thing I took from her. That's true. You know, nobody in the industry. And you know what's so crazy? I think that Azealia Banks has some sort of talent, and I think Nicki be like, damn, this bitch is talented, but she can't fuck with her. She did too. I don't even think she really cared what she said about her, for one. But it's just like, she did too much. It's like it will be something to explain all the time. It's like she cool with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? She do a song with Azealia Banks. Kanye like, damn, you did a song with her? Like Kanye supposed to be her boy. I don't know if they that close because he obviously wouldn't give her a sneaker deal. But, you know, like, come on. Let's go back. So she posts fuck them all night. Then she said, well, if you would like to share some sort of hot sauce you have in your bag with me, whack ass, Esther Dean and Stacey Barth, and let us all eat. We give you actual goods. We got to eat and shine too. Can't have your tribe worrying about rent and groceries while you discard them like your help. We also, Minek is UK garage dance EDM sis, and we don't even know if Beyonce really said this. This was quoted in some article that they posted online. Hold on. Hold on. All right. We got to fix this ASAP. She loves the fact that so many black writers and DJs are thriving in dance scene over there and paying attention to the songs by people like Mr. Jam, David Asante, Mnek, Camille, and early Azealia Banks, where she was brainstorming. The fact that B is mentioned in Mnek before Donna Summers, no. So let's see, go back. So then this is some shit. I don't know if she, what did it say? Brainstorming. Something about 13 years of in your brain. She's been in the game 13 years and you're brainstorming with 6 people to my early records, which are miles beyond whatever flaccid and lassinier attempt you just made to try to for an attention grab during Pride Month. It doesn't matter what she did. It don't matter what she did. You released a song during Pride Month too. All the I Rule the World, and that shit ain't gonna go nowhere but on your website. Cut it the fuck out. You mad. You mad. You don't own dance music. You don't own pop. You don't own none of that shit. And the records that you did ain't even hit the records that you did in dance ain't hit what's considered a flop record by Beyonce? Can we get into it? What's a flop Beyonce single that didn't hit hard? Girls Run the World? She still didn't hit that impact. That still wasn't no flop. That wasn't no flop. It just was different. And you still ain't outsell that. You still ain't got no video views that's higher than that. You still ain't out certified that. Not even 212. Stop it. So how about admitting to actively using your capital to glamorize African traditional religions? While I spoke and truly honestly about them, only to be taunted, called mentally ill, and ostracized while you sat back and watched me suffer and then tried to usurp control. Like, what does the fuck does this have to do with her releasing a new song? I'm not even reading that shit because you know what? Somebody like Azealia Banks likes to gaslight. This shit don't got nothing to fucking do with break your soul. You're mad because you're sitting in the same spot in these Airbnbs selling sour sop and twat and thought. And you're mad because Beyonce comes out and she do whatever the fuck she wants to do. This is her 7th era. If she want to do rock and roll on her neck, well, she did rock and roll in the last era. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody come out. The white people ain't come out saying, oh, she's doing. I'm pretty sure it was people mad she did country. How the fuck you mad because she did dance? You ain't the first one that did that shit. And honestly, you was hopping on a lot of them UK waves when you was out before because you couldn't really find your black girl rap sound. Let's see, Azealia, you think you slick, but a person like me, I see it. You really went over to the UK and was doing beats and shit, like crazy sounding beats and doing C-punk and all of that. And then you mentioned Beyonce doing, you mentioned them doing a mermaid video. This is what I want to tell you. This is how the delusion peaks out, right? Azealia Banks 1991 is one of the projects she's known most for, right? But she had a CD called Fantasy, right? Fantasy, where she was like a mermaid or whatever, right? Azealia Banks, Fantasy was not iconic like that. Even though people liked it, it wasn't like, people don't even look at that like 1991. And you're mad because Beyonce didn't consider you to be on the Mermaid soundtrack? You're not considered to be a mermaid. She was so jealous when Nicki Minaj did Bed with Ariana Grande and she was a mermaid. She talked so much shit about Nicki when them video shot pictures came out. Azealia Banks, you not owed anything, sweetheart. You a skinny ass hater chick from Harlem. You just, and then the sad thing about it is, I think people see the thing about it is, I didn't even realize this until I got into Mad the last time. Azealia, you ain't no different from a Cardi B or nobody. You fucked to be here. The only reason why we know you right now is because you fucked Diplo. You fucked him, or you fucked him. He flew your ass to the UK. He fucked you, and you ain't. And see, the thing about it is, you sit back while he be when he's with all of these underage girls. You don't really say what it is with y'all, because you know that he drugged your ass up. You ain't graduate high school. He drugged your ass up, and you fucked Diplo, and that's how 212 and all that other shit came about, sweetheart. So you got some little karma brewing from you from opening up them thighs too. So let's continue on and see what she's talking about.
This is really fucking creepy. Like, Beyonce has been trying to write me out of my own narrative for like years.
You see how she talk in this voice, and all of these stupid ass people who think she's so smart, but she's really fucking stupid. Beyonce is trying it. It's gonna make those people who think like she knows what she sounds. She sounds like she knows what she's talking about, but not to a nigga like me. You just a fucking flop
at this point. Like, this is so fucking weird. So early.
And I urge you, this is only after Saucy Santana did what he did, and she feels like she has some sort of a platform. She's gonna use you. You ever know when somebody say something to you, something to somebody, and they use every little thing, and it's just like with Cardi. Cardi, she quotes Nicki Minaj fans because what she's really doing psychologically, she wants the public to see that these people are bad, and in a way to think about Nicki. That's what she's doing, and that's why I really want Cardi to get slapped the shit out of her ass too, because she ain't supposed to be here. You're untalented Latina ass trying to be in this industry like you some amazing black girl performer. You're fucking not, and you're only here because they want you to be here. The fuck out of here. There's nothing excellent about you. It's nothing great about you. You're merely existing because they want you to.
Early Azealia Banks records. Okay, so what are you trying to do? Are you trying to encapsulate my music in time and
encapsulate what she sampled? What was that other woman name that she sampled her song? That shit ain't have nothing to do with you. She only doing this because that fake ass article came out and it said that Beyonce was referencing all of these people for her album. Beyonce, that shit wasn't no fucking verified source. It wasn't.
Say like, you know, like it's vintage or something, as if I'm not as if my last 3 releases have not whipped your ass. Like,
your last 3 releases came and gone. You had that tarantula, but by that I fly, float as your body, Augustus V design. Fuck them all day, fuck them all night. That shit was just some gay fist pump house shit, and it served the purpose. Just it wasn't. And you know what the sad thing about it is, Azealia, you talk about your last 3 releases. Fuck them all night wasn't a bad track, but it wasn't better than anything that was on your album. You know what I'm saying? So you got some tightening up to do too. You think just because you see what it is that Azealia really underestimates the LGBT crowd. She thinks she could just jump over these house beats and that niggas is just gonna go with it. Fuck them all day, fuck them all night. That song came in and went. It's over now. It's over. What's next? What's next? But see, the thing is, you see the views that Break My Soul is getting, and you mad that song ain't getting that. No, you're not going to get it because she worked hard for it. She's been here longer. She has a fan base internationally, and they're going to eat that shit up. And the people, it's going to be people who don't even hear what she's talking about now. What you're saying don't even really fucking matter to a lot of people. You just mad that she's going to take this sound global. She's going to be performing it on every stage of shit. And you're going to be sick if B come out with niggas voguing and doing all of that shit. You're just going to be mad that you weren't able to eat it like that. That's what it really is.
Like, are you kidding? As if I'm not showing like major versatility and all of that. Like,
can we also say this too? Because you got to be fair and say this too. I honestly feel like Azealia Banks does pander to the gay crowd, and I really don't even like. She always uses excuse like my sister is LGBT and all of this. She says some really ugly, nasty, negative comments that I know for a fact that Beyonce has never. You were one of those people, and somebody else said this about you before too. I really do think that it was easy for you. It's easy for you if a person open up their mic and just start doing dance music tomorrow or whatever, and they start acting like they for the girls and all of this. They're gonna blow up too. Isn't it crazy? What's that girl name who Dawn? Don't she do music like that too? They all know how to get the venue. They know how to listen. Once an artist get dropped, they know how to keep the gay crowd to make sure that they keep getting booked for them prides and all of that. Listen, they know what they're doing. They know what type of music to create. Just like, but for some people, I think, like for example, if Azealia Banks was on that show, what's that song, that show Legendary that Megan Thee Stallion? See, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion is a good fit for it because to me, she don't really give off that energy like that. She's like that. I do think Azealia would have been a better fit for that show because she just seems more organically like she is for like, you know, the girls like that. Megan, it seems like it don't even seem real. Like when she was on that shit, she was like, bitch, you want $100,000? It didn't even sound real. It wasn't organic. I think I think she's more organic in that sense. Like, but Megan, she trying to grow that too. But Megan ain't selling no records, so it's like I don't know if she doing some other things too. Isn't she? She gonna be on some upcoming shows too. But yeah, Megan is trying to market herself in that regard. But see, Megan looks sexy and she look good. But I'm telling you, all sex don't sell. And don't be confused by them streams. Barely nobody's opening up their wallet on iTunes or anywhere else. Barely anybody. You be confused if you want to. You be confused if you want to. There is a difference with opening up your wallet versus streaming a motherfucking song. Streams is cool. Don't get it twisted. And that's why I was noticing, like with some Beyonce fans, I was like, yo, y'all need to do station head more. Like, why are y'all not doing station head and like, well, you know, hosting your shows and like BTS and all of them, but they not really from that era. They're gonna put the money where the money matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
You want me to not be Yamaya so fucking...
You want me to not be Yamaya so bad, even though I fucking fuck white guys all the fucking time. I talk all this shit about black greatness, but my whole crew is white. My producers are white. You know, I was just fucking my producer Owls. He produced my song Tarantula. Now I don't fuck with him no more. Azealia, you have a twisted type of way. Ain't no way you could be Yamaya, the African princess, but you fucking on these white niggas producing all your songs. You so black, this, that. And this is why people think you crazy, because you're not. It's like talk the talk, walk the walk, dance the dance, and do what they can. You can't. You can't. It's just like it's just like diarrhea at the mouth. You looked a fucking mess at that Pride in Miami. You looked a mess, and it wasn't just because of that smoke. You look like you've been drinking a lot. Your fucking abdomen looked like there was something is off. Either you drinking too, something is wrong, and you know it is. You know it is, and this is why this pure anger is coming out. It's like Saucy Santana, and I know he's sitting back. He got to know that he is the cause for this. This is why this girl think that she's important. You did not create house music. You didn't create it. I don't give a fuck if Beyonce waited to the 10th era to do this shit. It don't matter. She would have came out and said this shit then.
Badly, like you want it to be Solange. You want it to be like Chloe Bailey, like you have a Little Mermaid movie and you don't include
Chloe Bailey when it be Beyonce, dumbass.
Azealia Banks, like, oh my.
You do your movie and you don't include Azealia Banks, you're not necessarily iconic right now. You're not. You had a time. You understand that Nicki had a time and she had a time and she kept it going and she still got a time. You understand Beyonce had a time and she still got a time and she kept it going. She still got a time. You understand what I'm saying? You only have a time when you're talking about other people. Anytime you drop some music and you just let it do what it do, you're going to get your little 1 million spins and that's it. Get your little royalty check, your little 3,000 from Spotify and the distributors every month to pay your rent, and that's it. You know it. You know it. You average what, 2-3 million spins a month on Spotify? I mean, that's just one platform. So if that's just one, and they say Spotify has the most subscribers, shit. I mean, you doing okay, just like a 9-to-5 person. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these people don't be fucking doing. They be doing the same. Fuck out of here. You ain't booking no shows out crazy. You ain't high demand on no features. You ain't got no features stacked like Nicki Minaj where you got royalty checks coming in. She's the female rapper with the most collaborations and the most impactful ones, not just filled up. These lazy ass female rappers like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, ask them what's their feature capabilities. Are they able to sell songs? Are they able to do songs and make people be like, no, they can't. They don't. Nicki got a huge catalog. Huge. Nicki don't got to release shit in every other day with chart data. They like, this song did this song did this song did this. These songs that people don't even fucking know.
Oh my fucking God. You're a joke. And now in addition, you're like trying to like just with whatever, like you're so sneaky. You're trying to
what? Let me focus on this when people be saying, listen to what they saying. What she's trying to do, she can't even say nothing.
Erase my contributions to like house music, dance music, electronic music.
How's she trying to erase her contributions?
Music and all of that, and like make it as if I'm like fucking
What?
God knows who.
What?
God knows fucking who. Like
what?
Just encapsulate me in time. Like
encapsulate you in time. She said if she did say that, all she said is that she referenced your music from the time when you came out. Doesn't matter. You know what's so crazy? My friend just hit me back today. I'm gonna bring her up here one day. We was talking about like the '90s. I know that she'll be able to give it up. Because let me tell you something. When my friend got into Azealia Banks, when she loved that, I could be your girl, I'll be alright, I could be your. I think that was on Broke with Expensive Taste, right? She liked it because it has the '90s vibe. You did not originate that. That's why a lot of my homegirls liked her, because she was like, "Oh, I like that shit." Especially what's that shit? Your lovely allure, Lady Aurora. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, a lot of them like that because it reminds them of the 80s. Thank you, Prisetta. I see you. $20. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. On the Cash App. Please make sure you support the show. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each time we go live. This is a Nicki Minaj love channel. I don't give a fuck who you are on this shit. We don't show love to Cardi B, and we like real talent over here. Shout out to Young Devin. Her new song Decisions is out. I was gonna do a review of that last night, but I got tired and I just was like, I crashed last night. I took my magnesium and I just crashed out. Like when I want to get sleep, especially if I can, I get it. Like I had to work late today. I had to go into 12. I made sure I slept till like 9 o'clock, and I went to sleep at like 11 o'clock last night. So I needed all those hours. Fuck that. Sometimes you got to go under, and that's why a lot of people be getting sick, because you don't be getting all the sleep that your body needs. Fuck that. Like tonight, I'm off tomorrow for the whole weekend. I'm going to sleep long tonight. Yeah, we're going to sleep long. You make sure, because when you can't, sometimes during the week, you can't get all that sleep. You got to get it back sometimes. And when your body tell you it's time to go down, it's time to go down. And now that I've been taking my magnesium again every night, I got this new magnesium. I actually got it from the GNC store. It's supposed to be better. So that's probably why I am getting a lot of good sleep too. But let's continue on with this bullshit.
You're a fucking creep. You're a fucking creep.
She's calling her a creep, but look how she looked on that stage 2 weeks ago.
Creep, Beyonce. You're a fucking creep. And you like watch everything I do.
But she don't. You don't even really do much.
Like, whatever. We gave you your props for Black is King because it's like, okay, whatever. Like, she's doing her, like, Oshun cosplay or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, like, no. Just so.
And you know what's so crazy? She's gonna satisfy the LGBT fans that do follow her, who don't have the mind, who don't have the tenacity to challenge her audacity. That's what it is. They're gonna be like, yes, you know, she did House. They don't really know shit about Black. It's a lot of those little white ones that she be dissing all the time too. And you know, they just like look at her like she's some sort of like mother god. And they just like, yes, right. But a lot of them is Beyonce fans too. A lot of them know that she fucking stupid. A lot of them do. It's like Santana got her out here doing this shit. He got her feeling like she's important. And that shit ain't even really go up like that. And you know what? I knew she was going to get her karma for talking all that shit. And then, you know, she did all of that shit on Twitter. Yep. Cardi, she was even getting Cardi comfortable because, you know, Cardi is a weak ass motherfucker too. She picked Cardi apart like a motherfucking. What she picked Cardi apart like? Ooh, she picked Cardi apart like. What you pick apart? I mean, you got some black jeans on and you get every piece of the cotton off with your fingers. Like, that's a task. She picked Cardi the fuck apart. And Cardi is like, oh, I'm scared of her. I want to work with her because you're a weak ass bitch and you want to link up with people who don't like Nicki just to make it look or feel a certain type of way. But Azealia Banks is a nobody ass type of person that could never make Nicki feel mad. That's how you know Cardi is weak. She's that pair of Jordans that come out that people don't want. You know them Jordans that come out right after the breads come out? Everybody want the breads and they come out with some orange and blue Jordans. And then, you know, Cardi, she got them that week because her mother got her check, but people ain't want them Jordans that week. But she trying to act lit, but niggas really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That one pair of Jordans that they probably even went on discount. They was like, nah, we ain't want those. We wanted the ones that dropped 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we ain't have our check then. You know what I'm saying? I know what it felt like. Shit, I come from a single mom. We couldn't get everything either. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the fuck. So, but let's continue.
The levels of just thirst, you know, like, yeah, you want to write me out of my own narrative, and then like,
your narrative is low, sweetheart. All the spins on your fucking page probably is just one. It's probably one song from Beyonce. Real talk. Like, let's get into it.
Try and own that narrative and be that like revolutionary, like Black feminist rebel who like. Who's in
Let me set the scene for you. I'm drinking this very berry. No, it's not very berry because that one went away. I'm drinking this strawberry acai refresher venti. So you know it's the big shit from Starbucks. It has the dragon fruit in it, made with lemonade, and that shit is mad good. And I got an extra cup of ice, so I kept pouring the ice in it and like drinking some out of it just to make it more drink. And that shit is mad good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who like them refreshers. Like, I was really low key mad at them because I told them when I was in that drive-thru, don't put ice in my drink. They know that I don't like no ice in my drink because I like to ask for a cup of ice so I could get 3 or 4 drinks out that shit. See, they try to be slick and give you that damn ice because it takes away from how much they actually giving you. When you go to Starbucks, tell them motherfuckers you don't want no ice. And then when you get to that corner, say, can I have a cup of ice, motherfucker? You ain't about to give me no cup of fucking ice for no $5, $6. And I told them that. And you know what's so crazy? I'm so vocal sometimes that sometimes it's to my detriment. I promise you, I'm too vocal to my detriment sometimes. When I got to the window, I said, I'm going to pay for it, but I asked you for no ice. I seen it when it was sitting there. She ain't even make no comment. Yeah. She lucky she ain't make no comment because it was like anything wrong. She's lucky she just took that card and just swiped it because she would have said, nope. Because nah. Nope. Fuck that. You knew I asked for no ice. I said no ice. Yeah. And then one time I got to the window one time, right? They told me they ain't have fruit for the refresher. So when I got to the window, I said, now you don't have fruit? I said, so first you didn't have it was the last time. I said, first you didn't have the strawberries. Now you don't have the dragon fruit. So I said, how much are you going to give me off the drink? It has no fruit in it. And they was like, well, you didn't get any ice. Well, that shit don't got fucking nothing to do with you. That shit really don't got nothing to do with you. That ice really don't matter. I really should be getting the same amount of drink with or without fucking ice. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop playing these fucking games. You know what I'm saying? You know that Starbucks drink is expensive. Don't fucking play with me. Give me my shit right. And then you want to give it to me with nothing in it? You ain't taking nothing off it? Come on.
Into ATRs and like dance music and like all this other stuff. Like, you were so fucking lame.
She could do it when she wants to.
You were so lame. Like, please. You're never going to write me out of.
She already is bigger than you. She don't got to write you out, sweetheart. You got to exist around her. You making it seem like she come after you. This is why I'm saying the delusion goes, and this is where Santana, and he's not even talented. He's lucky. He's lucky based on that. You know what it is? I told y'all before, and you think I'm playing right now. We see with especially. This is how I feel about it. And you could think that it might be far-fetched or whatever, but I feel like it's a lot of equal opportunity award shit going on. I feel like Cardi is in the game, equal opportunity because of the mind and the personality and the to me personally, this is how I feel. I ain't saying that it's fact. I feel like Cardi benefits from having the educational flaw. I feel like Lizzo benefits from being the overweight flaw. I feel like Lil Nas X and them benefit from the LGBT. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like Lil Nas X is bigger than Santana and he wants to be big like that. And he's trying and shit like that. But I just don't see it for him like that because he raps like a watered down female. It's like, at least with Lil Nas X, he be trying. I just don't like his music. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Santana shit. He be trying to spit like a bitch. And it's like, bitches is really spitting better than you. I don't like that. I don't like it. Anyway, let's continue this Azealia Banks shit.
Of my, out of anything that I create for myself. I don't care how.
Why would you want to rap like a watered down female rapper when you could be the illest nigga?
Many fucking like budgets Disney gives you to fucking like mood board shit from Instagram and make some like hodgepodge like ode to Orisha. Like, you want to do a Little Mermaid movie and not include Azealia Banks on the soundtrack? Whoop-de-doo-de-doo.
No.
Like, come on.
Everybody doesn't know you, but only people who knows Azealia from Mermaid is the people who listen to fantasy. A lot of people don't know about fantasy, Azealia. Come on. Like, you stop acting like you worldwide like that. I know you said worldwide in your lyrics, but you're not really worldwide on the Beyonce level. Stop it. Come on. There are people who don't even know about you, and that is possible.
Come on. Like, come fucking on. It's so obvious at this point. Like,
it's obvious that if Beyonce was on her Remy Ma shit and was like, click, click, hit my Brooklyn bitch up. Yo, where's she gonna be at? Run through there and get this handle. Oh yeah, I'm never Beyonce. Yo, you know what's so crazy? This is how I knew that Azealia was pussy. She got on her damn podcast and was like, she didn't even want to talk about it. And then her homeboy who was on a podcast didn't even want to bring Remy up. You could tell. And this was on a non-controlled platform where she could have like said what she wanted to. She was like, yeah, but she tried to release my pictures and that was just corny. Like, why'd you try to show my pussy and all of this stuff like that? And I'm like, you could tell when somebody punked your ass, but don't try to play Nicki like that because Nicki could get you like that too. I know, and you know what's so crazy? You know what? And I ain't even gonna say it on some. I just feel like Beyonce is in a different type of place. I ain't saying that she would do that to Azealia, but I know that Nicki like is not too far removed from Southside Jamaica. Like, what are you saying? Exactly, like the way that Remy give it up and Remy pressed her. Don't think that Nicki can't do that, but it's just that Azealia Banks will ride that out so much. If Beyonce or Nicki responded to her in a way where somebody did something to her or she felt some effect, she would go online and say, Beyonce and Nicki did this. This guy chased me into, or this girl chased me into my place. And oh my God, why would you do this? And then she would post the song on her Instagram page and she wouldn't post nothing else. She would only post that song and communicate through her stories because that's her little game to get streamed. I've been following her for years. I know how it go. Every time even when she talks shit about, if she talks shit about Nicki or she talks shit about Remy Ma or whatever, what she does is she posts a song on her page and then she leaves it there. You notice how this shit going on with Beyonce right now, the first post, we're going to see, let's get done with to see if she done yapping.
Early Azealia Banks records as if I'm
we
like
gonna see.
Ronnie Spector.
I'm going to show you something.
Like, no, you're the vintage hoe. Like, you're the vintage hoe. Are you kidding? You are the vintage puss. Please. No, that wig on the cover art of that single is vintage as fuck.
Ain't it supposed to be vintage though? Ain't it supposed to be vintage? Dummy.
Like, you're never gonna be cutting edge. Never. Like,
Beyonce is always cutting edge. Good thing she don't listen to these hoes.
I know Solange just got Kalela locked in the basement somewhere, like trying to like maybe force you a little bit of like, you know, swagger or whatever, but like you girls will just never be cutting edge because the cutting edge girls like don't work for free and we all think you're kind of fucking lame. Like, you guys are lame and like jealous and just like
lame and jealous, but they're not on the internet talking about you. They actually making real deals in real time. They're getting real money. You see what I'm saying? And there's people who will listen to this shit and really believe that Azealia Banks is A1 spot on just because she might say some shit. Like, it's always fun in games when they talking shit about somebody that they don't like, and then when it turns, you know what I mean? But the thing is, you got to realize it's easy to bully the Nickis and the Beyoncés and the Kanyes because if those people respond back, that gives her a platform. I'm about to show you how she's promoting a song on her page right now. She does this every time. Every time something goes on, she does this. Pay attention.
Sneaky and weird, and you never like execute well. You're just not cool. You're like pageant girls.
She don't
like what?
She don't execute well. I think she execute being extra cute. Them Spotify plays is up. Them playlist ads is up. Them spins is up. The radio play is up. I think you mad at that shit. Honestly, Beyonce is doing just fine. I think you should know that. She's doing. Listen, Beyonce already with this song, she's been played on US radio more than your song's ever been fucking played. More. She got more radio play than you already. And you know that. I don't know why she do this. Because it's so obvious. And it's like, I don't want to be funny on some Dawn Richard shit, but it's like, I know she got her sound and she do her music, but it's funny that when she fell off, she started doing a certain type of music because she know those people will come and see her, the little bit of people who come and visit. I don't give a fuck. You know that so you know that if you fall off and you still need to get that bills paid and do shit like that, you know what type of people gonna do it. You know if you do some fucking R&B like Sierra, it's gonna be hard for your ass to get booked. So if you do certain types of music that appeals to certain types of crowd, it's almost like you are pandering. And I think that is what Azealia Banks did. She had a different type of style when she came out. She did. But I think that when they put their heads together with their teams and they trying to market, it's like, who is your base? You know, you have to have I don't give a fuck what you say. And you might not understand this not from a business point of view, but you might not understand it, but you have to have a target audience. You know, when you do anything, there's a target audience. You might not realize it, but it is. And it might sound simple, but it's really not.
But in the fucking family matters.
I think it's you know what? Let me say this. I'm gonna end that thought with this, right? She has a target audience, and I feel like it's cheap, to be honest with you. Not saying that LGBT is cheap, but it's like you do songs like that because so you can exist in that world. And that's kind of only where you exist, to be honest with you. Let's be fair when it comes to Azealia Banks. Where does she exist? Where does she exist? Where do Nicki exist? Worldwide. Where do Beyonce exist? Worldwide. Where do SZA exist? Worldwide. She's not a local singer like a Dawn Richard, and that's not being funny or nothing like that. It's worldwide. It's different. It's different. It's different. You can't explain it. It just is what it is. So don't be mad because you can make a house song and you local, and a local artist is always going to get less played than a worldwide artist. You're just mad. I could see if Beyonce ripped her off. Beyonce ain't ripped no Azealia Banks off. No, she didn't sample any of her songs. She sampled a song that was already out. In the 90s, people loved house music. Come on, don't fucking matter. That shit is whack. People just attaching Azealia Banks to it because she was one of the last artists to do it so soon.
Like, what in the family matters intro lyrics is this fucking break my soul shit. Like, damn, like, yo, like, fuck, like, damn, you must have like run everyone away. Like,
no, she not.
Like you couldn't get anyone to write a fucking decent song for you.
She did have writers on that song, you asshole. You didn't look at the credits?
No one.
Dumb.
Absolutely, like there was no one on the planet.
She dumb. She's just blabbing right now. She's just blabbing.
That says a lot.
Blabbing.
A fucking lot.
A fucking lot.
And then I have to like think about it again. It's like, okay, so wait.
And it's like, this is the same black corny ass chick who sat up on Instagram 2 weeks ago talking shit to Cardi B, an racially ambiguous chick, talking about, I'm scary. I'm not even 100 pounds. You're trying to disrespect Beyonce? I want Beyonce to slap the shit out of you. I swear. Keep her fucking name out your mouth. You doing this shit to get some sort of, you know that she's never gonna respond to you. You on blind cop and fucking please. And Cardi, you're scary. You're the one in there. It's like you was fucking trying to kiss this bitch ass last week. I can't believe you trying to disrespect Beyonce. I can't believe you. And then for you to post that cheap ass I Rule the World song on your fucking page at the same time, simultaneously. You think you slick.
You try to add an entire song to like a classic musical and try to add Listen to Dreamgirls. And
Listen is still bigger than anything in your career. Talk about it.
Really sang your heart out and fucking still lost the Oscar for it. Jeez Louise.
She was still in the runnings for Oscars. You'll never be in the running. No, let me not say that. I don't want to do that. But you see what I'm saying? How you talking about somebody who's winning and continuing to win and you ain't even won yet, sweetheart? I'm telling you, you could think that this is cool. Let me tell you something. There is a difference between, you will hope that it is, even though I think it's still smoke and mirrors when it comes to Lil Nas X too. I would say that Saucy Santana, I think he's signed now, right? But he's still kind of independent to me. His whole, just his movement, to me, he seems independent. But I think Lil Nas X is a little bit more worldwide than Saucy Santana. So Saucy Santana is more like ghetto world, ghetto, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. He could probably do those venues like Azealia, get people riled up in the clubs and do shit like that. That shit is not long lasting. You could get your little funny and kiki off that shit and do that shit now if you want to. That shit ain't long lasting. You know what? I had to think about it now. Lil Nas X got Old Town Road. He'll always be able to perform and he'll always be able to do some sort of venue. He'll always be able to get people in the house. Somewhere, even if he co-headlines with somebody else, might be, but he's not. To me, Saucy Santana is smaller than him. Azealia Banks, her music, her reach, she has a very small, she's like a subcategory in hip-hop, pop, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She's other. It's like, a lot of people don't even know about her. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even know about her. So for Azealia Banks to make it seem like she's so relevant that Beyonce's stealing from her and that, it's mental sickness too.
like, oh my God, you are a fucking psychopath, sis. You are out of your fucking mind. You're fucking crazy. Woo. Listen was cute though. You should have just kept that for your album. That was cute.
How is this relevant?
But
how is this relevant?
Jennifer Hudson still hate you.
Stupid ass. It's the P's in the back of the wig and the anal top and the stiff panty for me. I can't stop laughing. And she wants that collab with Doja, and she know that her label, Doja's label, will never let that happen. How do I click out of this shit? I'm trying to click out of it. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Let me bring this up real quick. Azealia Banks, she just got a lot of nerve, and I don't understand where it comes from. I don't get it. Like, Beyonce don't even gotta, like, she could have did whatever she wanted to. This is, you know what I'm saying? If you have to be a fool to think that Beyonce being musical, that she doesn't like dance music, you understand? Just because she didn't do EDM doesn't mean that she can't do dance music. That's music that came up during her era. Let me say it again. Beyonce was born in the 80s. She was raised in the 90s. So she wasn't born in the 90s and then raised in the 2000s. She was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. That is our music. So of course, if she loves music, she can find a way to put it in whenever she wanted to. Maybe it wasn't appropriate until her 7th fucking album. I don't give a fuck if she ain't do it to her 10th album. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. You don't own it. You didn't create it. I hate that shit. And then she's promoting this shit. Hold on. It never fails with Azealia Banks. Hold on. Let me bring you back up to her page. That shit is just whack. Like, why do you got to hate on the black women and then you be ass kissing Cardi? You're scarier than me. I'm little. I'm talking in this drugged out voice. Like, shut the fuck up. Hold on. I bet you this is this the song? See how 33,000 views 21 hours ago. Was it worth it? Dummy, I ain't mind a bit. Come on, 21 hours ago? Now, if this was an hour ago, I would have been like, oh, she lit. 21 hours ago, 33,000 views? Was it worth it? Dummy, I ain't mind a bits on that. Oh, yeah. Come on, shorty. She trying to sell it, and this is why I'm trying to tell you where it ain't worth it. Pay attention to that. 21 hours ago, sis. Get those little 30,000 views and shove them up your ass. Get those views and shove them up your ass. You see? After you purchase, you will receive an email with the download link. We suggest downloading it up here on their computer. So she's selling her singles through her website because she's tired of getting the pennies from the digital distributors. Somebody said it's not 2008 no more. Nobody buys music. Real people buy music. They say you want to hate on B so bad. Fix your spirit, sis. It's giving bothered. Facts. Yeah, I do think that it's good to, support an artist, but she's always doing this when she's going at it with somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the time. I rule the world, Azealia Banks. So it's like, Azealia, you got all of this shit to say to the black women who are great, and then you had the nerve to try to kiss Cardi ass and try to beat all up her ass, and you trying to talk shit about Beyonce. The shit is just whack. The shit is whack. Azealia Banks is just mad because Nicki pays her dust. Exactly. And what it is about her is that she really think that she's smart. See, people like Azealia Banks think that they're smart. Hold on, let me do this real quick. I want to go get me something to drink. Let me play a song real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
I'm gonna wrap circles around you. I will wrap circles around you. I'm gonna wrap circles around you. I will wrap circles around you. I'm gonna wrap circles around you. I'm gonna wrap circles around you. I will wrap circles around you. I'm gonna wrap circles around you. LeBron on the beat, or net, and the Trisha Sweets. Dutch masters at 2, just to be complete. They want the grill, okay, nigga, get the beef on your face blast. Oh, really, don't get your teeth out when they cap city, rap city, ho. You can spit fast, people know that you slow. Saying you right when we know that you won't, when we know that you don't. Yo, keep your back still. They asking for back still. Feed them rats pills, set them in the trap still. You ain't simply many question why you act ill. With nothing in store, tell me how you snag deals. But I know cause your prices is lower. They offer me more for the nicest to show up. I tower your shit like the Eiffel that go up. But nigga, you know what? Yo, hold up. People be wildin' and blindin' my talent. You act like you don't hear this fire. You a nobody but a well-known liar. You talk too much, keep the jail phones tighter. I know your family, some well-known fighters. COVID with no lid, they spread that virus. In the pandemic, you ain't had a plan in it. Damn, now
scamming it, this beat. I'm gonna cross-examine it and relay that. All my niggas ran with it on streets. I'm gonna take my stance on it and make sure that everybody stands on it. You alternate on what they really want in this. I'm who they choose and you are who they often get. It's up to me. I would just dispute the shit. We shoot the shits to figure out what coupe to get. Yo, I got it from beginning to the end with the flow, yelling heads high. Kill it with it, no. Put your plant in the window, let it grow. Dealt with a little bit of pain on the low. So let's see. All right. I appreciate that, Dramatica. Yes, I buy the Weekend Music and stream or buy his tickets. Been supporting since 2012. Yeah, let's see what they're talking about. She's going to start dragging Doja when she realizes the collab is never going to happen. Pink Flames, exactly. You know how Azealia give it up. You know how she give it up. What's up, Erica? Azealia is bogus and deeply disturbed within her soul. She might as well wear flip-flops for all that flopping around she does, talking to Cardi in that fucking coy-ass voice like Cardi's going to pick her up and collaborate with her because they have an op. Not even an op. She just don't like Nicki, and she feels like Cardi. You know what it is? Azealia thinks she's smart because she's like, this bitch Cardi is weak as fuck. If I could get her over because I know she hates Nicki. See, she thinks she's a mastermind, but bitch, you're not the mastermind because a smart nigga like me is already clocking your ass. You know? I'm already clocking your ass. You think that you could play off people's emotions. I'm the fucking puppet master. You ain't gonna play. And you know what's so crazy? I'm not the puppet master because I don't play with people's emotions like that, but I'm not the person that you could play with like that. I already told y'all that shit. I told y'all how, like, with my coworker, it's like, it's already some funny energy going on between me and her right now too, because she just realized you can't, like, I let my dominance be known all the time. You can't, like, little boy me, no type of way. I don't give a fuck how young that I seem and, you know, how congenial I might seem and laughing and shit like that. You can't just do certain shit and the shit gets old. So, yo, imagine you coming back from the fucking break room and somebody asking you, you didn't tell me you was getting a snack? I don't give a fuck if I even thought you was playing. I didn't even respond back to your ass. I'm looking at you like you stupid because I'm an adult. And real talk, I remember I used to work in this office. This is the type of people I'm used to being around. Mature adults. They fend for their own. Every day they not asking you what you going to get for fucking lunch. Sometimes they ask. Sometimes we might do a group order. Sometimes we don't. You know what I'm saying? These people, like, I don't know. This girl, she be acting like a child. And I don't know how she was raised, but I was independent and I do shit alone. And I don't like to be tagged on all the fucking time. I don't like that shit. I'm very free. I'm very liberal. I don't like people just every day they want something to do with me. I don't like that shit. No, I even stopped responding to her text messages too. Like, she was trying to talk shit about people outside in the work and the text. No, we ain't gonna do that. And I'm pretty sure she ain't text me since, and I ain't text her. It's nothing really to talk about. You know what I'm saying? See, most people, they will fake a relationship when it's uncomfortable because they don't want to show that they really just ain't fucking with you. So imagine, like, imagine this is you. Somebody get on the elevator and you don't like them, but they inside and you uncomfortable. You might just say something to break the ice because you uncomfortable. But you know, a nigga like me is gonna remain silent. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, for real, I'm not. I don't play that shit at all. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Nope, we could be walking right down the hallway and you could be facing me and I don't got to put my face in my phone. I don't. I'm telling you, I know how to be a cold nigga. I do. I don't know how I got on that. B ended saucy in AB this summer. Bitter and mad. I've never had Starbucks before. Only thing I drink is my favorite sparkling water, which is peach, and I like tea. So you drink sparkling water from where? Y'all swear you have me cracking up. I don't even know what I said. The nerve. Artists try to use mentions from global superstars as a wave to rush people. Yep, and then they post songs out. Now she rules the world, and her new song "Rule the World" is out. You understand what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna have to push that other live back because that's at 8:30. I'm not gonna go live at 8:30. Yeah, but I'm pretty much sure it's an end on this. Just notice how Azealia Banks get down. She will drag Beyonce, she will drag Nicki, and notice how she try to let up on Cardi, and she's the most fraudulent one in the game. This is why I don't take anything serious that she does. She's a hating ass. From that last showing at that last Pride Festival, you looked a fucking mess. You looked a mess. Like, you looked a mess. Come on, the nerve of you, Beyonce, for all that she puts into this music and everything that she does, and you trying to tear her apart. And I can't even believe that the Shade Room is posting that shit. Sometimes I look at places like that as very toxic too, because why would you continue in it? And she's living with this shit, posting new songs and doing shit like that because she know that she has people that has eyes on her. Guess what, sweetheart? It's going to be just like a testament of what you posted that video 21 hours ago and it got 33,000 views. Stick that shit right up your ass with them 33,000. It's probably going to peak out at 40, if that, and that's going to be it. Night night. You understand what I'm saying? Let people just ride off. See, people don't realize that if you don't entertain that shit is gonna be short-lived. Bye-bye. Get your little 40,000 views off that and just ride off, sweetheart. It's gonna die down soon. Believe me. I don't know. My brothers got me on this group message, and I don't know how I'm on this shit because it's like I'm getting their message individual. They don't know that I can see their messages though. So let's see. Please support the channel. Yes, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Yes, fuck Azealia Banks if she want to be on that bullshit. And you know what? I had to realize, like I said early in this video, that I was impacted by a lot of the shit that she said. I usually will stream her music a lot more. I've been really listening to Young Devin. I've been listening to a lot of just upcoming female rappers, but mainly Young Devin. Like, I really like her music and I support her. But like Azealia, sometimes she make it hard to really even just enjoy it. Like, she makes it hard, especially when it's like you going against people who are legit. We see how hard Beyonce works and how hard she puts into her shows and shit. I had a friend who was a hardcore Rihanna fan, and they still like Rihanna, but they have a hardcore Beyonce fan, because it took her one time to go to Beyonce's show to be like, yo, I've only been to Rihanna concerts. She was like, yo, Rihanna is so cookie cutter. She was like, Beyonce, I watched a lot of her shows online, and it's like every time she come out, she does something new. It's fresh, and that's not even to put Rihanna against Beyonce, but she was just like, Beyonce is just different, from her album, for everything. It was the Beyonce era that made her go back and listen to everything. So now anytime Beyonce go on tour, she's like, yo, I'm getting she already told me like this week, she's like, yo, she's about to come, so I already got my money. And it's crazy, my cousin hit me up. She was like, I already put $500 aside for a Beyonce ticket. Niggas ain't playing when it come to her, so you can't let the Azealia Banks. Imagine somebody saying they put $500 aside to see Azealia. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And to be honest with you, I thought it was mad disrespectful. People don't respect Azealia Banks. You seen how it was when she turned around her drunk ass and stuck up her middle finger to the crowd and was like, fuck you. And then niggas threw that water at her ass. They would have never did that to Beyonce. Never. They didn't respect her. And it was all them white people that you be kissing their ass, and they did that shit to your ass. See? God don't like ugly. She began her little karma in a lot of ways. Living Airbnb to B&B. That shit ain't right. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. Before, I used to feel bad because I'd be like, damn, like, no, I don't care. I don't. No, I don't think it's Nigerians. I think it might be, is she Haitian? I think the lady of the shade room might be Haitian, because I know Tariq Nasheed always be talking about that. Beyonce is the whole package. I feel like she sings better than Adele. She does. Reed can't dance, nor can she sing. Sticks and stones might break my bone, but chains and whips excite me. I might be bad, Rihanna got a little wave. It ain't Beyonce, but my favorite shit for Rihanna is, I never had to do it, never had to do it, never had to do it. Oh gosh, whatever happened to me, ever happened to me, ever happened to me. Why did I pull the trigger, boom. And a nigga life so soon. When I pull the trigger on you. Somebody tell me what I'm gonna do. Oh, rum pa pa bum, me say one man down. Oh, me say rum pa pum, me say run. And now I am a criminal. Lord have mercy, now I'm a criminal. Man, don't tell the judge, please give me minimum. Run out of town, none of them can see me now. Yo, that's my shit. Me and my nieces, we love that song. They was little girls when that came out, and they still reference that shit. That song was hard. That girl can't sing. I think she could sing. Then when she was on her shit, shine bright like a diamond. I like when she sang that song. Even though, Beyonce's voice is obviously elevated than Rihanna's, but I like Rihanna's voice for what it does, though. You know what I mean? So shine bright. I like her swag and her attitude too. Like you can say whatever, no pain is whatever. But Beyonce to me is just supreme. It's like she gives it up and she's humble, no gimmicks. You know, like she do this shit and she's talented. So I feel like it's highly disrespectful. People like Azealia Banks open the gates for a Cardi B to feel like she could be disrespectful to somebody who's truly talented. Like she probably sit back laughing at that shit. Like I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm always gonna talk my shit, my stupid ass. Yeah, she's graceful. Never lying, truth teller, that Rihanna Rain just won't let up. Roll black on, blacked out shades, blacked out May, back. I'ma rock this shit like fashion, fashion. Today. No, it's so hard. No, it's so hard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I love your accents. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sipping on this Starbucks. I'm gonna have to push that next live back. Yeah, because I'm not going live at 8:30. Because I know when I get off of here, I'm gonna need at least an hour or two refresher. I'm gonna need a refresher. So I'm gonna need some time alone. I'm very much like that. Like, yo, my one coworker, I think she might. Some people have a different level of professionalism because it's like I be feeling like when you first get to work, some people like to lay it on heavy. It's like, damn, like can I get clocked in, sat down, whatever? You could get straight in and she already start talking about something. That's how you could tell people are not really, they not really like with it. Like, damn, I ain't even dropped my damn bag down. Can I drop my bag down and put my water down and damn, can I get clocked in? Some people will just start going immediately as soon as they see me. This one lady, she was just like, I knew that you was here because I smelled you in the hallway. I was like, yep, I'm about to get me some new cologne this weekend. I ain't get my new cologne yet because I've been kind of wondering, am I going to get this? I've been wondering if I'm going to get this this Bond 9 Greenwich Village. That shit's like 300. I feel like I'm just going to pull the trigger. I want this cologne so bad, or I'm like, am I just going to get my Chanel Blue? Because I feel like it's irresponsible to buy this cologne that's almost $400, and I really just feel like I should just stick to my Chanel Blue. But I want it so bad, and I feel like one life. You know what I'm saying? But is cologne worth $400? I could take that money and put it in my savings account. You know what I'm saying? Only thing about me is I don't wear cheap cologne. That's it. I don't like the bosses and all of that. I don't even like that Straw and John shit. I don't wear rappers' clothes. I don't wear rappers' colognes or singers' colognes and shit like that. I just don't like that shit personally. So I typically only wear the colognes and the shit that I know I'm not going to spend that much money on their products. So I like Chanel cologne. Like I just had a Valentino cologne that smelled really, really good. I'm unfortunately about to be out of that. I sprayed that one down to the end. Yeah. That one is special. I might get another one of those. Matter of fact, I might get another one of those. But what I think I'm gonna do this time, Chanel has a toilette, but they have a parfum. You know, the parfum lasts longer, they say. But I do like the toilette though, because it's kind of light, and I like that. So I'm gonna figure out which one I'm gonna get. Whether I'm gonna get the Chanel Blue parfum or I'm gonna get the Chanel Blue toilette. You know what I'm saying? I'm past that. One of my friends, they like that Yves Saint Laurent. I did Yves Saint Laurent when it came out. I just feel like it's so light. I'm over that scent now. You know what I'm saying? I like more scents that's going to saturate and like make a, yo, let me tell you something. I think I told y'all this before, right? If you work somewhere like how I work at, right? I'm telling you, me and my friend that I used to work with, her name was Carla. Yo, she the one who put me onto this shit. So we would be at work and shit working because we did like case management together. And she would be like, yo, I'm about to go on my break. She will open up her pocketbook, take out her fucking Gucci cologne. I'll be like, what you doing? She's like, I'm spraying this shit on. She's like, I'm about to walk through here. She's like, I'm about to get them niggas a treat. Yo, so that shit kind of is like a habit to me now. So now I be having my book bag with me every day. I always bring my book bag to work with me because I always be having shit in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always be bringing waters and like just different shit that I be like having in my bag. So I always do that shit before I go on my break. I open up my book bag and then I be spraying my shit and then I disperse through the floor. And then people be like, oh my God, like, yeah, get a whiff. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a treat to y'all. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a treat to you. You're welcome. I ain't coming through here smelling like no cheap ass boss shit, no fucking Axe. I don't ever wear cheap shit like that. If you're gonna wear cologne, wear the colognes and the brands that you can afford to buy clothes in. That's how I feel like. Yeah. I haven't worn any Givenchy cologne. I haven't. I just really don't. I really love the Chanels. I had pretty much every Chanel. I had the Chanel Allure, the Chanel Sport. I had a lot. I think the Allure. I think I had Chanel Platinum too. I didn't really like that. It reminded me of this smell that I smelled when we was like in one of my science classes. I did not like that shit. I did not like Chanel Allure Platinum, but I finished that shit. One of my Chanels, that shit dropped. And that shit was like in the bag, and I kept fucking trying to like use that shit until it ran out because I spent like $120 on that shit. We appreciate a man that doesn't cap their cologne at the dollar store. Yeah, I like good colognes. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. YSL, I graduated from that though. One of my homies, they like YSL. That's like the $60 cologne. And there's nothing wrong with it, but YSL don't last long enough. And that smell is just too that was more so when I was younger. This lady at my job, she was trying to put me onto some shit. She was like, oh my God. Because when I had the Valentino yellow, I have the Valentino yellow. That's what I'm wearing now. So she was like, no. She was like, I'm trying to tell you, that's not you. So I'm like, how you going to tell me this ain't me? And we both was laughing. I was like, I've been wearing this cologne since October. How you going to tell me this ain't me? She funny as hell though. I love people who be like joking and shit like that. She was because I had it in my bag and she was like, let me smell that. She was like, ooh, this smells good, but no, this ain't you. I said, I was like, what you mean this ain't me? She was like, this one is kind of like, she said, your cologne is like it's kind of like musky. She was like, I want to get you something softer. She said, that's not you. I said, yes, it is me. What the hell are you talking about? What is you talking about? They be mad. Like, I don't know. How the fuck you gonna tell me my cologne ain't mine? You understand what I'm saying? Yep. So I do like that. One of my friends, they suggested this Clinique fucking cologne, and that shit was so whack. That shit was so weak. I think I had to spray that shit on at least 2 to 3 times a day. What else? I used to wear Versace Blue Jean. You remember that shit back in the day when Blue Jean was popping? Ooh, that used to smell so good with that little blue bottle. Yep, we used to buy that shit. Then they started making that shit in some cheap shit. They started calling it Versus or some shit like that. Versus by Versace. And that shit wasn't even real Versace cologne. They started playing people. You know what I'm talking about? Let me bring this up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I like Clinique facial products. Hold on. Let me bring this up so I can remind y'all. Versace. I was wearing this in the early 2000s. Versace Blue Jean. That shit was smelling so good. I remember I wore that shit. Yo, y'all remember that shit? Versace Blue Jeans. Oh shit. Yo, I used to get so many compliments when I used to wear that shit, but then they started bootlegging it, and I was like, nah, me can't do it no more. That shit started not being exclusive. Look, I don't know what type of fucking fragrance X. I don't ever buy clothes for the little places at the mall like that. No. Mm-mm. Let me put this out because it's about to be, it is 8 o'clock. I need to get off here because I need to push this other live back. I don't know when I'm going to do the other live. I might push that back till tomorrow. It really depends on how I feel because I might get off here. I'm about to take my, matter of fact, let me take my magnesium now. See, I'm kind of mad because I hate when I do this and I know that I don't need it, but I'm trying to just make sure that I do the right thing. But like, I had a good lunch today. I ordered this lo mein from this restaurant and I ordered like 3. So the lo mein came with an egg roll and then they sent me like 3 little spring roll egg rolls. They think they slick. They make the same egg rolls, but they make them skinnier when you order them in a bundle. I thought that I was going to get 3 big egg rolls, but they gave me like these spring-sized egg rolls with the same type. It's the chicken egg rolls, but they spring egg roll size. So anyway, so I had that. So I've already ate today. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I just had noodles like at 3 o'clock, I don't need nothing to eat for the rest of the night. I'm about to take my vitamins and I'm good. And drink the rest of this $6 drink. You know what I'm saying? I got some plums and some bananas, so I don't even really need no food. I'm good. So listen, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Let me know what you think about this Let me know what you think about this bullshit with Azealia Banks trying to call out Beyonce. Why do you think she's calling Beyonce out? And why do you think she's simultaneously trying to post a new song in the same way, trying to get attention and shit to her music? Why do you think you understand what I'm saying? Pay attention. This is exactly what she's trying to do. The first perfume my mother purchased for me was Dior. Which one? Dior what? Dior what? A lot of people, what's that cologne that my friend used to wear? She used to wear mm, she's possessed. Be honest with ABB mainstream. If she wasn't narcissistic, I used to love Dolce & Gabbana Red. I can't find it anywhere. I miss it. Did you ever have Parasine by YSL? Parasine by YSL used to smell good too. Also, Chloe smelled good too. Let's see. I don't know if it's Azealia Banks. I feel like she could have been mainstream. I feel like she messed up her connections though. You have to hold yourself accountable for where you are in the game. I think everybody does, whether it's the lack of team or lack of motivation, or you got to keep going sometimes and just keep it moving. I think Azealia Banks got caught in her feelings a lot, and she, led to a lot of bad business deals and shit like that. So, she books out her little venues and puts out her little dance songs, and I think she's just mad that Beyonce could put out the dance song and get more attention, and you trying to make it seem like it's not doing good. The song is doing good. It is doing good. Let me go to Spotify right now and bring up Beyonce shit. Let me go to Spotify. Please make sure that you check out the description of this video. You can support the show through the Cash App link. Also, you can support me by going to my Spotify link, which is also in the description of this. Also, make sure that you follow the Nicki Minaj Army playlist on Spotify as well. Let me see where Beyonce is at on Spotify. I've been up here 1 hour and 15 minutes. Didn't even feel like it. Yeah, it's time to get out of here for sure. You better know. Now that, I don't know. See where Beyonce is, and she's at 35 million. Break My Soul is 13 million plays. Let's go to Azealia Banks page. Let's see. Let's show this. You won't break my will. Now let's show Azealia Banks. Beyonce has, and listen, she just released a new song, so that's 13 million streams. I don't know how many listeners. Typically, it's less listeners than streams because people stream your song more. So that's how you know it's organic. So she has 35 million Spotify listeners, 13 million on Break My Soul. Let's see, Azealia Banks. Fucking, it's a joke compared to her. She had 2.8. That ain't horrible, but she got like a whole world ahead of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be grateful for where it is. And it's just like every time you go to her page, 212 is the biggest song that she has. 182 million streams. That's good for her. It's still, so, even though she tried to make it seem like 212 was bigger than everything that Nicki did, everybody did. It's just like, but it did a good reach. You know what I'm saying? Years later. But come on, Azealia Banks. That it's like, come on. None of your other songs, your recent songs are up here. Top 5. So let's see where everything else is. All of her old songs. Where's Fuck 'Em All Night? That ain't even in the top 10, but you saying is so relevant. This is all your old songs. Paradiso, Surprise Me. I think that's a new song that she was featured on. I don't know if that's her song. But yeah, that's that girl's song that she was on. That came out a minute ago. For some reason on desktop, it don't tell you the date. Broke with expensive sale on sale, whatever. Broke with expensive taste. So Azealia Banks, 2.8 million. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, is she performing in New York? Oh, I thought she had a New York City performance date posted, but come on. Beyonce, almost 40 million. You about to touch 3. So it's like, come on. I don't understand why she got to try to pull Nicki down or pull Beyonce down just to, what it is that she wants to get the ops appointed and want them to all chime in and support her. That's what she does. When she tried to drag Nicki, she wants the Cardi fans and the Kim fans to come together and support her. She think that she's smarter, but a nigga, like I'm telling you, I be knowing it. That's what she's doing. So listen, this is your boy LaRon, female rap elite. I will be back later to chit chat. You know what I'm saying? And let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm about to be up out of here. I hope y'all all have a good evening. What should I play on the way out? I'm not gonna play nothing. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm out.